The flies buzzed like a mournful song, a constant hum in the damp, secluded corner of the market. They were its only friends, if they could be called friends at all. They clung to the raw wounds on its skinny body, each throbbing ache a relentless reminder of its precarious existence. It had no name, no home. People called it a stray cat or a disabled cat, but in its mind, it was just a lonely creature in a world filled with hurried feet. It had lived like this for months. 1 month, or perhaps a year. The concept of time had become a blur. There were only sunny days and rainy nights. The scorching sun dried its wounds but also burned away its last vestiges of hope. The rain came, washing away the dirt, but also bringing a bone-deep chill and a profound sense of loneliness. It had only 3 legs. The back right leg was gone, leaving behind a large, gnarled scar. The remaining back leg was also injured, with a large tumor that was slowly growing, making it difficult and constantly painful to walk. People would look at it, murmur "poor thing," and then move on. A few kind souls would toss it a piece of sausage or some leftover rice. It ate, not because it was delicious, but to survive. Its short, stubby tail would give a weak little flick, a tiny gesture of gratitude that no one truly noticed. On cold, rainy nights, it would curl up, trying to find a bit of warmth from the ground. Memories of a home, of a gentle hand stroking its fur, still lingered in its mind. That memory was like a small, flickering flame that never quite went out. It remembered its old name, the scent of a human. Perhaps they had forgotten it, or had they deliberately forgotten? Part to a shattered memory. It had once been a loved cat. Its name was Doo-Doo. It had fur as white as cotton and a pair of blue eyes. Doo-Doo lived in a cozy apartment, with plenty of good food and toys. It had an owner, a kind young woman, who would stroke it and whisper fairy tales. One day, a tumor appeared on its back leg. At first, it was just a small lump, but it grew frighteningly fast. Its owner took it to the vet. Doo-Doo remembered the smell of disinfectant and the painful ache when it woke up after the surgery. Its back leg was gone. Its owner held it close and cried. Everything seemed okay, despite the slight change in its life, but then, another tumor appeared, right on its remaining leg. This time, the worry in its owner's eyes turned to despair. She couldn't afford another surgery. Doo-Doo sensed the change in her gaze. One morning, its owner hugged it, not with love, but with regret. Then she put it in a small bag and took it to a strange place. It was released into the noisy, unfamiliar market. It cried out, over and over, but no one answered. Its owner had left, never to return. That was when it became a nameless creature, a wanderer with bare paws on the cold ground. The physical pain could be soothed by food, but the pain of betrayal would never fade. Part 3. The gaze of a stranger. Its eyes had become too familiar with human indifference. But today, there was a different look. A young woman with dark brown hair and eyes full of compassion. She stood looking at it for a long time, not just with pity, but with deep empathy. Poor thing, she whispered. She didn't just toss it a piece of sausage like the others. She knelt down and gently placed it in her palm. It trembled, a natural reflex. How long had it been since it felt the warmth of a human hand? It could have run, but no, it was too tired. It just looked at her, with big, round eyes, full of questions. The woman said nothing, only gently stroked its matted fur. She felt the old scar, then touched the swollen tumor. "You'll be okay," she whispered. She took out her phone and made a resolute call. "I found a cat. It's missing a leg, and it has a tumor." "Yes, I'm bringing it in right away." The woman carefully lifted it and placed it in a cardboard box lined with a soft cloth. For the first time in months, it was leaving that damp corner of the market. It smelled her scent, a warm fragrance, completely different from the smells of dirt and disinfectant. It felt like it was being protected. Part for the healing journey. The woman took it to a vet clinic. The doctor examined it and shook their head. "This tumor is very large and shows signs of metastasis. We have to operate, but this cat has already had a leg amputated." The woman didn't hesitate. "Let's do what we can." As long as it can live, it went through its second surgery. When it woke up, it felt pain, but also relief. This time, it wasn't abandoned. The woman stayed by its side. She gave it medicine, fed it, and stroked its fur. She gave it a name. Vian, she said. From now on, you will have a full and complete life. Vian gradually got used to its new life. It was bathed, and its once white fur was clean again. It no longer had to run from flies or endure the cold. Vian lived in a room with a window, where it could watch the sky and the birds fly. Its remaining leg was in a cast, but it learned to move skillfully on 3 legs. The woman's life also changed. Before, she had felt empty and lonely. Vian came, like a friend, a silent companion. Every time she came home from work, Vian would greet her, rubbing against her leg. It couldn't meow, but it showed its affection with its eyes and gentle head nudges. Inclusion, a complete life. Many months passed. Vian's wounds had fully healed. The tumor had been removed. It no longer had to endure pain. And it had learned to trust humans again. Although it only had 2 legs, Vian could walk and even run. It was no longer a disabled stray cat. It was Vian, a part of the home, the woman's dearest friend. One afternoon, Vian sat by the window, watching the people pass by on the street. It no longer felt scared or sorry for itself. It had found a home, a love. Its barefoot journey had found shelter, and its heart, once again, had been warmed. Its life wasn't full in the literal sense, but it was complete in the most profound way.